5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Right on time. Had to take a little hiatus, but I'm back. Like I said, better than before. You know, it is a beautiful day. If you're above ground, it is a beautiful day, and anything you got going on, you can make a change in it. You can change it. You can change your circumstances. Yeah. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. Once again, I am he and he is me. I am here to be a vessel for you, for us. Yeah, a lot of things going on in the world, man, and I try not to get so immersed in those things. I try to, stay in my own lane and enjoy life to the fullest, as we all should. Yeah. Mother's Day just passed. Happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day to all the mothers and all those who are mothers and have mothers. Happy Mother's Day to your mothers, your mother's mothers, and so on and so forth. Yeah. The shots are in the news. Can't believe it. Yeah. Lady actually has had metal shot into her, where her arm where the shot was administered is holding a magnet. Wow. Go figure. Just be mindful, people, of the things that we're doing and we're into. Some things are for the better, but yeah, some things can be for the worst. I mean, you just pray about it. Do what's best for you and yours. No judgment. Yeah. Tonight, man, we take it light, but it's a special show. It's near and dear to me, as I am going to be the subject, or one of the subjects, of what we're talking about this evening. Yeah. A lot of us need to be aware of the people that are around us and what they are going through or have gone through to get to the points of where they are in life now. Yeah. This topic is near and dear to me, because it goes unnoticed, it goes undiscussed, it goes unaddressed. So there is that level of PTSD every day that's undealt with, that's not dealt with, unaddressed. Yeah. So as people pile in the room, man, we'll yeah, we'll get into it. Toyin Black's in the room. Anton Mott joined the room. Too Blessed. Therese Morgan's in the room. Keisha Love's in the room. Welcome. Yeah, it's good to see y'all here, man. It's good to see y'all here. Yeah. Yeah, let me know you're here, man. Throw your thumbs up. Let me know as you come into the room. We'll get into the topic. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up now. I'm gonna jump on into it. I'm not gonna stay on too long tonight. I want to get right into it and get it out, because this is gonna be a multiple part segment. I'm gonna come back swinging this time. So, yeah, I want to incite the right. I want to incite the thought, not the right, but the thought, the invoke thought. just why things are some of the ways they are, and give people insight. I'm putting it up now on Instagram. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Let me put it up on Facebook, and then we're going to jump right into it. I'm not going to stall at all. Everybody gets in, we'll revert back to and refresh. Here's the topic, y'all. As it says on my shirt, as you can see, the black man versus everybody. We are the most hated human being on the face of this earth. And why are we hated? Because we are the original man. And in so many things that we do with ease. And people wonder how and why we do the things, or can do the things we do, without reverse and rehearsal. Can you all hear me? Are the music too loud? Here, we're gonna go to a segment, and I'm gonna play it for you guys, and I want you all to hear it.
Now let's talk about the box, the context in which the African American male exists. 1970.
Systematically start removing all the industrial building trade programs from the inner city African American high schools. So up until 1970, you could go to high school, graduate, licensed to be a plumber, carpenter, electrician, mason, barber, over 12 trades. Most of us have grandparents, black and white, who was able to earn a decent living with a high school trades education. They took all them out in the 70s at the end of the Black Power movement on purpose to make sure independent black laborers could not finance the Black Power movement. And then in 1980, the CIA drops the crack cocaine off. And so black men unable to find a legal job participate in the CIA's illegal economy. Mind you, all the factory jobs that were available were shipped out of the inner city. Even in North Philadelphia, where I live, you drive around, nothing but abandoned factories. They moved them out to create a context for incarceration. So who is responsible when the black male is miseducated, economically castrated, comes out of jail, cannot find any opportunity to set his life aright, can't get welfare, can't get health care, can't get public housing, can't get student loans? So he breaks the law again and goes back. We look at him. How about the system that creates the reality that necessitates that I commit a crime? Take me. I'm 40 years old, never been to jail. I work in them. I do a lot of prison work, but I've never been arrested, okay? Not yet. Anyhow, take my 6 degrees, take my doctorate, take my certs. Give me a felony on my record. I have 2 daughters. If I have to feed them and my ability to earn a decent living was stolen, I would have to consider, desperation would make me consider going to the corner to sell that package. You understand? Which is why we got to be very careful about blaming the person or separating them from the context in which the behavior took place. The context in which she wore that dress is that the unions in the school district make it allowable. If we want to change the way she dresses, change the contract between the unions in the school districts.
Now, one of the things that you said when talking about your school is
the point I played this piece, or the reason why I played this piece, is that we as black men, we get a lot of flack about being able to make provision. Now, there was a documentary that was out some years ago with Nikki Giovanni and Charles Baldwin in regards to the black man changing his stance as a provider, and why we've been absent for so long. As a hunter, we hunt. You're supposed to eat what you kill, keep what you kill. And if you're unable to do that, then it causes problems of friction in who the man and the woman are. Okay? I played that part because the deck was stacked against us in so short a time to not allow us to be able to be the heads of our households. And being other things other than that became the mode of validation. Whether you were the pimp, the pusher, the numbers runner, the robber, whatever it was, to have that temporary feeling of accomplishment and provision, when in all actuality, us being there should have been enough. Us working a payable job that we should have been enough, but we were not able to obtain in that period of time. Now today it's not much easier. It makes it's so much harder because there's so many different ways to block people from growth. The crash dummy the other day was saying that there's no racism in this country, and I'm not naming any names. And I beg to differ. Everywhere we go, they're intrigued by us. But because of the intrigue, they seek to keep us in place to where we can be utilized and robbed of our essence, to keep a thing. There's so many things that we've created and we've not gotten credit for, like the cell phone, the internet, certain aspects of heart surgery. Yeah, we've gotten accolades, but how far has that really gotten us in our families or with our regular everyday? There's one thing that's true, is that if a woman buys into your program, you're a success, right? Because of the impulse natures of the purchase. But what usually happens is we as young guys, we see the result, not the actual work, or actually, better yet, the consequence that comes with some of the things that we do to obtain things, whether it be death, jail, prison, or just the fact that we've skated along in life for so long that we've been unaccountable, which in turn puts us in a position to be alone or shunned by those that should love us. Just a thought, y'all. You think about it, if you were in a position where you couldn't work or you couldn't make provision, and someone or some beings were constant about making sure that you were not able to make provision for your family other than to throw bricks at the penitentiary, where would that put you? What would you do? Per the commentary with Nikki Giovanni, at that point in time, we were talking 1971, just after the deindustrialization of schools, or the schools itself. She was stating that provision was not enough, but for a man, it's everything. It starts there. Provision. It's like fire. You got to have it to cook. You need a roof over your head. Need food. Baby needs shoes. And, some would believe that that was the initial mission, but the initial mission was to break up the family. Most of our great grandparents or grandparents lived better than we did or do now then, because most households had two incomes. Now you have, facts, you have maybe 1 in 4 black women marry, and usually within 5 years that ends in divorce. What does that say? What are we doing? But as a black man, when the deck's constantly stacked against us, even in our own home, we go out into the street and we war. We wear the smile for everybody around us so that we can make some sort of gainful provision. We put on the act, put on the suit and tie, we smile and we dance and kowtow and whatever else we need to do to stay gainfully. No one wants to wear that face all day. So when you're tired and you come home, nobody wants to be fake and nobody wants to smile anymore. So this is the duality of that. Usually those that love us catch the blunt of the bullshit that we've dealt with throughout the day, which is a bad thing. It's not fair. It's just what it is. Those that usually love us are the ones that catch the bullshit. And now you live in a situation or a society where you're being measured by a bunch of phony motherfuckers that ain't really doing or living the way that it's perpetuated. Not good. So now you got people that are willing to do just about anything to feel good about themselves because, hey, what's in? J Boss Ladies in the room. Harbor Short Sale is in the room. Yeah, I need some deals. I need some deals, man. I need deals. I am the Don has joined the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know you're here. If you got any comments, man, chime in. Oh. Welfare helped drive the wedge between the black man and the black woman. What was intended to be temporary assistance created a culture of women who chose to check over their husbands. Facts. I mean, most women did do that and still do it to this day. You know, if you're married to Mr. Welfare, you can't have a man in your house unless he's on welfare as well, which is facts. So, you think about it. How many real black men or men want to be on welfare? That's the worst position you could ever be in, to have another man take care of you. That ain't your father or your daddy. Your father, your daddy, father. Yeah, your father. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, this is a quandary. This is why there's so much insecure actions when it comes to us black men. You know, we're constantly here. This is us. It doesn't loosen up. We barely have a chance to breathe because there's always something, you know, a bill or some adjudication, some bullshit, something. The pitfalls. You think about it. How many black men can actually legally go out and buy a gun now? You think that was not set up by design? That we can't fall into the brackets of exercising our Second Amendment right to defend our house? But actually, that doesn't apply to us anyway, because we weren't thought of when we when their forefathers wrote the Constitution. We were an afterthought, 3/5 of something. Yeah. So we've been doomed ever since. So it's a direct reflection of our daily events that put us in the mindset as to how we are to govern ourselves in our homes and outside of our homes. Because like I stated before on earlier shows, we as blacks, we don't produce anything. We're merely consumers. Cows in the pasture, waiting for the wolves to come down and get us. Yeah. And it's a shame you're in positions where you can't do anything. Hands are tied, still to this day, as they've always been. So, welcome. We back. Real Aquarius 789. Is man versus God. This is part 1 of part series. And how are we going to get into understanding the struggles and the shortcomings that we as black men deal with on a regular? You know, what do you feel is the black man's largest hurdle? Self. Because there's so much ill shit that's been indoctrinated into us that it's hard to get past ourselves, you know, because we're constantly measuring ourselves to others, especially in this day and age that we live in now. You have people that are willing to roll out of their bed and look at someone else and look at someone else's life, someone else's story, as opposed to looking at their own shit, their own story, their own life, their own day, what's ahead of them. You know, looking at the next shoe, the next watch, the next whatever. When you should be looking at motherfucker getting you some life insurance, getting you some health insurance, getting you some steady income that you can make provision for someone other than your goddamn self. So self is the biggest hurdle. We have to relearn, rethink everything. We have to redo everything. Most of the stuff that we're doing is not it's not conducive to growth. We're always trying to do something. And I can't stand a trying motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.